Hi viewers, 11th Standard Accountancy Unit 12 Illustration Sum number 6. From the following information, prepare profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2018. The informations are gross profit brought down 1,50,000, carriage outward 25,500, office rent 7,000, office stationery 3,500, distribution expenses 2,000, advertisement expenses 3,800, bad debts 8,500, dividend received 9,000 rupees, discount received 4,600 rupees, rent received 7,000 rupees. What they asked, we have to prepare profit and loss account. Okay, so the heading of the profit and loss account is profit and loss account for the year ended. What the accounting period they have given, you have to enter it. Year ended 31st March 2018. Like ledger account, the format of the profit and loss account has debtor side and creditor side. Left hand side debtor and right hand side creditor. And they have two columns on debtor side and creditor side. There are particulars and rupees on both the side. Okay, so whenever you start the profit and loss account, whenever you prepare the profit and loss account, first of all you have to enter gross profit brought down on credit side of the profit and loss account. If they given profit, you have to enter into credit side. If they given loss, gross loss, you have to enter it on debit side of the profit and loss account. Okay, so they have given gross profit brought down 1,50,000 rupees, so you have to enter on credit side. Always started with the word buy on the credit side. So buy gross profit brought down 1,50,000 rupees entered. Okay, then carriage outward. Listen, all the indirect expenses and losses are entered on debit side. All the indirect benefits, all the indirect incomes and the gains is to be entered on credit side. Okay, so carriage outward, carriage inward is entered on trading account. Carriage outward is to be entered on profit and loss account. Okay, so carriage outward is the office and administrative expenses. So as per the profit and loss account format, carriage outward is the selling and the distributive expenses. So carriage outward is entered on debit side of profit and loss account. On debit side, you always started with the word to. So to carriage outward 25,500 entered, and office rent 25,500. As per the profit and loss account, office rent is the office and administrative expenses. So office rent is entered on debit side of the profit and loss account, 7,000 rupees. Then office stationery 3,500. Office stationery also office and administrative expenses of the profit and loss account. So to office or stationery 3,500 entered. Then distribution expenses 2,000 rupees. Distribution expenses is the selling and distributive expenses. Okay, so all the expenses, all the indirect expenses and losses, you should enter it on debit side of the profit and loss account. So to distribution expenses 2,000 rupees entered. Then administrative expenses 3,800 rupees. So advertisement expenses is related to selling and distribution expenses. Advertisement expenses comes under selling and distribution expenses. To promote sales, the company made the advertisement. Okay, so we entered advertisement expenses 3,800 rupees on debit side of the profit and loss account, and bad debts 8,500 rupees. Bad debts comes under bad debts or provision for bad debts comes under selling and distribution expenses. So as per the format of the profit and loss account, we entered bad debts 8,500 rupees on debit side of the profit and loss account. Okay, then dividend received 9,000 rupees, discount received 4,600 rupees, rent received 7,000 rupees. These and all are indirect income of the profit and loss account. It is to be credited. Dividend received by discount received by rent received, we entered on credit side of the profit and loss account. Then we entered all the given information to the profit and loss account. Then we have to close the profit and loss account. So for that we have to find out the total. So which side has the higher value? Credit side has the higher value. How much rupees? 1,70,600 rupees. So we have to consider that higher value as the total. So the total we have to enter it on both sides on the same horizontal line. We entered on 1,70,600 rupees on both sides as the total. Then we have to calculate added the lesser value side, that means the debit side. So 25,500 plus 7,000 plus 3,500 plus 2,000 plus 3,800 plus 8,500, the total is 50,300. Then we have to subtract that lesser value from the total 1,70,600. We will get 1,20,300. So this is the net profit of the profit and loss account. Okay, listen, if you have credit side has the higher value, the difference amount is on debit side. Okay, you got net profit. Okay, so the net profit transferred to the capital account. Do you have any doubt? Please comment it on the comment box. Thank you. Take care.